Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Today we're going to swap out a couple seats here in a Freightliner Columbia. I got this old seat that I'm sitting in. It's pretty beat up and not very comfortable anymore. And I just bought this new Legacy Silver HD. I guess the HD means it's got a heavy duty base on it, and boy is it heavy. It's about, I don't know, I'd say 80 pounds heavier than this old one here. So I just got this sitting here for now. That's how I got it home. We're gonna take that one, put it on the driver's side, take the driver's side one, put it over there. I bought this seat. I matched up, made sure the bolt holes are gonna match up. You can match up pretty much any seat to any truck. If the bolt holes don't match, you can just get an adapter plate. But I got this right at Freightliner, so it matches right up to a Freightliner. What you're gonna need is some Torx head bits for changing over the seat belts, and just regular old socket kit here. I just got this here for Christmas and I'm pretty excited to try it out. I got it at Harbor Freight. It's a 12-point socket set and a 72 tooth ratchet, which is nice. The 72 tooth, for when you're in tight spots, you can get those fractions of a turn out of it. And then the 12-point, I've been wanting a 12-point socket kit for the day when it comes, when I have to change my starter. Because if you don't know it, if you never changed a starter, you're going to need 12-point sockets for that, and some extensions. So this is a 1/2-inch set. I also got the 3/8 set, so this will be my first time using it. Kind of excited about that. So you may already know how to do this. It's not a real big deal, but I'm sure some people out there don't, so I have to do it anyway, so I thought I'd video it. So let's go ahead and get started here. The first thing we're going to do is take out the driver's seat here. Now, you don't have to do all this in any particular order. First thing I'm going to do is, this is the right side of the driver's seat. This is where your seat belt hooks up. It's goes into the floor there. So we have to unattach it here so that we're not attached to the truck here anymore. And this is a Torx head bit, a T50. And remember to save this hardware, this bolt that comes out of here, and there's going to be washers probably too, because the new seat does not come with any hardware. Now we're on the left hand of the driver's seat. Same situation over here. Pull the seat belt off. It's also attached to the truck. Only reason I do this first, so I can get the seat belt out of the way. It's just easier to get back in at the airline and stuff. Okay, then on the base of the seat here, you're gonna have 4 screws. 2 back here, and then 2 up in the front, tucked in there. So on mine, they're a 9/16, and they're gonna probably come real hard because they've been in there for years. But just be very careful and go slow so that you don't snap one off, because then you're gonna have a real mess on your hands. And when we put these back in, we're definitely gonna put anti-seize on them. I got them 4 bolts out. This is what they look like here, about 6 inches long. Now, I'd mentioned about being careful not to break one off, but I had one here in this back corner that didn't want to come out. The bottom, they go into a threaded insert in the bottom of your cab, and that insert broke free and was spinning. So I pulled the fairing off here, and just show you what those inserts look like. See, I got the vice grip on the one there, but here's the closer one. Just that bottom ring there was spinning. So I'm just going to leave the vice grips on there. So hopefully I can get the, when I put it back in, I can hold it and run it down. Hopefully the threads ain't messed up. If they are, I'll just put a smaller bolt in there and then put a washer and a nut on the end. So you don't want to leave a bolt out, because if you gotta have an accident or something, you don't want your body to become a flying projectile because you're attached to the seat. So next, before I did this, I pumped down all the air in the truck so that when we pull these air lines apart, you're not going to get just air leaking constantly and get a stream of air in your eye or something. I don't know. Pull the air line apart. There. See, then there's not a ton of air rushing out of there. So at this point, I mean, we're all freed up from the truck, so it's going to take a little bit of muscle to get this out. It's not terribly heavy, but that other seat is dang heavy. So no need for you to watch me struggle with this. I'll pull the other one out, or pull this one out, then I got to take the other one from the other side and wiggle it over to this side, and we can get about installing it. The new seat is in place. Now, the new seat was all the way deflated, so I temporarily hooked up my airline, started the truck, jacked up the airbags, so I could see my bolt holes here and everything. And then I'll be able to get the bolts in, especially in back. I wouldn't have been able to. Now, you may have a way different bolt pattern on your new seat, but you just wiggle it around, you'll find some holes. I got all kinds of extra holes here. This must be designed to fit more than one style of truck, which is fine. Now, I said this was an HD base on this one. It's got dual shocks in the front here. It's going to help make it more stable, side to side rocking and stuff. I really like the seat. It's not fancy, but it was quite comfortable to me, and that's all that matters. It's not leather. I don't much care for leather. And it doesn't have the heat and massage and all that, so there's no electrical going to it. Now, remember I said on the other side I did not have a seat. So this air fitting here, I just went and I got a cap, and I capped it off so that there's not just constant air rushing out of it all the time. Major air leak, can't have that. So just gotta find my air line here, pull that in, pull it out. Okay, we're all hooked up for air. Just checking. Okay, it works. Now, these bolts here, I mentioned I was gonna anti-seize them up really good from top to bottom, because I did use anti-seize last time I put them in, but they still came out really hard. So, you know, we'll definitely do that again. And they're also gonna fit just a little bit hard into the hole here. I'm gonna have to wiggle the seat as I put them in. Well, this one went in easy, make a liar out of me. Put that one over there. Just because, and also the base is thicker on this one, so my bolts should be long enough. I had plenty of thread, but just keep in mind that you may actually need to go purchase new bolts. I should probably do that anyway, but it's Sunday and hardware stores closed, so we're just going to reuse these. And but I like to put in new bolts a lot of the time when I do things like this. So I'll get that all put in. Alright, so here's those front bolts. Got them in there. Clean that up a little bit. Back bolts are in. Airline's hooked up, so we're about ready to go. Got to make a couple more connections here. This is the seat belt on the door side of the seat, and then we got to hook up that one on the other side. Strap coming from the floor. The seat belt end we took off the other seat. Let's tighten them up good. That's it for that. Let's try this thing out here. Yeah, I like this seat. Nice and comfortable. Last thing is that ratchet set that I was using. Really nice ratchet. As smooth as any other ratchet I own. You know, more expensive one. And did a really good job. So I ain't gonna bore you with watching me put that other seat in. So y'all have a good day.